Remember my late high school era hair?
Oh man,
Yeah, I had I had what I can only describe as a proto emo swoop,
yeah,
I guess.
dude.
It wasn't emo inspired though. I didn't even know what emo was at that point. Was emo even the thing at that point? The point is, nowadays, if somebody saw it, they'd probably be like, "That's an emo look, right?" You know. But it was actually inspired by Till Lindemann's hair from Rammstein because he had kind of like this dangling locks, going on, the shorter in the back, kind of. I guess you could call it like the ultimate Karen look or some shit.
You kind of look like freaking Leon Kennedy from.
Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like that, only super uncool because it's on me.
Yeah.
But mine got fucking long as hell.
Yeah.
And it got so long that it started curling in itself.
Classic.
And I would tuck it behind my ear and it would curl up. It was cringe, guy. But I wore that boy hardcore, guy.
I remember you wearing that, boy.
I was proud of it, guy.
I still feel like the bolo tie is worse, though. No, because you grew it. You couldn't.
Yeah, you didn't grow a bolo tie. But was it cringier in terms of?
I think so, and this is why. When I was into the bolo tie game,
okay,
I was young.
Bolo young, if you will.
Super. Oh!
Family.
So I was into the bolo. Did you get the pito off?
Hashtag pito off.
I was into the bolo when I was young. So, when you're young, you do dumb shit like freaking create a new look that you workshop in front of a freaking nerd. Or maybe shave your eyebrow like I did at one point.
Oh, no. The whole thing?
Yeah, you don't remember that shit?
I remember that guy.
It was, I used to go out, grandma. Mom would shave her eyebrows. She still does.
How's this for a center spread?
And I guess I was young enough to be impressionable like that, and I saw her do it, and I shaved that boy.
So the boy, you just went around without an eyebrow?
They painted.
Drew that boy in.
They drew that boy, and I had a dentist appointment that day too.
Oh God.
Anyway, that's something else. You do shit like that when you're young, stupid dumb shit like that. Whereas when you had the Nike swoop,
It's a Nike swoop.
You were freaking in your 17s, guy. Or 16s or whenever.
17, 18.
Yeah, that's no excuse at that point.
And it was long, guy.
Sure was
and
long.
I kept it for a while.
Long arm of the law.
Yeah.
Brian Loncar.
You could get hurt in a car accident unless you drive one of these.
What you might argue is cringy is really that at that point I had decided to imitate every hairstyle that Till Lindemann was using. So admittedly, there was a bit of an ulterior motive to the hair thing. Now, it didn't start that way. Don't get me wrong. It started because I was a ram bam boy. Also, it just so happened that not long after I started doing the hair thing, I got together with this chick who also happened to be a Ram fan, right? And she was super into the idea. And I don't know if I should be offended by the fact that she was super into the idea of me having Till's hair or not, but she was into it. I'm talking she ran her fingers through my hair and she was all like Al when he sees a Ghostbusters movie.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy.
It just so happened that Till became a fucking hair chameleon, man. And I was like, damn, homie. What am I gonna fucking do now? If you've ever seen Rammstein, they have a very fiery stage show, right? And one of the things they would do back in those days is they would put this particular thing, let's say for now, in their hair as a flame retardant, right? Now you might think, oh, well, what if they put professional grade flame retardant chemicals in their hair? And nah, boy, they put up straight up fucking diaper rash cream in their hair, guy. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that, right? And it's gonna make the chickie D get wet in the panties, right? So I bought some Desitin, and that shit works because I've never felt drier in my life. I got that boy, and I started putting it in my hair, and it just took forever because again, it's like thick ass mud, guy, only dry somehow. Anyway, my hair was all fucking white by the end of it, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. This is gonna impress the ladies. So I go over with smelling like a baby ass, basically, and at first. She's like,
oh my god, I'm gonna shit, piss, and come all out of the same hole.
Well, yeah, the moment she starts running her damn witch claws through my head. I knew right then and there that something was wrong, guy. I could hear her fucking nether region dry up, drier in my stinky head. So I guess what I'm saying here is don't put diaper cream in your hair. I mean, I guess that's obvious, but I feel that maybe somebody else but me tried it. Please say somebody else but me tried it.
Oh, no, homie.
And as it went, I kept on adapting the style, and it ended appropriately enough when he had the mohawk, which coincidentally was the last time I had hair.
Classic.
And it was almost like it was almost perfectly timed because he had the big mohawk first, which I had like a massive one, and then he had the tinier mohawk, the bickle, if you will, or the bickum in Al Smith's case, Smythe. I'm sorry.
Oh, what was Jodie Foster's character's name? When he went after Harvey Keitel's pimp character, what was his name?
He was a really big fan of Taxi Driver.
I think so, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking, so I had the small one, and then right after that, he went into his bald phase, and I never recovered from that one.
You shaved that boy and then never grew back.
Mad bald guy. So a lot of the bald kings out there might be wondering, how did you cope with the tragedy of losing your damn stinky hair? And let me tell you, I had some good-ass hair, guy. It was one of the things that chicks complimented me on, and there's not a lot of those, let me tell you. Boo. Anyway, the answer is I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a single fuck, guy. At first, yeah, it stung for a little bit, there's a little bit of ego wrapped up in it. Never but a month later, I was like, I never have to pay for a haircut again, guy. I gotta shave that boy. I could let it grow for a little bit, and it still looks okay. And now I can't let it grow a little bit, though, because I got that horseshoe going on, like full-on Dean Koontz style guy. But not cool, like his old horseshoe. But anyway, I'm lucky because I got a good head shape. If you're going bald and you got a shit head shape, or, you're a middle-aged white guy that's kind of weakling looking, that's tragic. Just scalp your entire head because it's not going to work out. Additionally, there's this motherfucking hair. Now, I know this guy, made a choice right here. But I've seen this fucking hair in several places, guy. Prominently in Japanese porno. I don't know why, but there's a bunch of old men that have this particular haircut. What is this? Who said this was a good choice? This needs to not be a thing, guy. Now, I try to find examples, but Google and Bing are making damn sure nobody sees what I have dubbed the Kappa haircut. If you know what a Kappa is, just look him up, guy. Or maybe we'll insert him. The point is, this need not be a thing.
I feel like it's not a thing, guy. We literally searched for hours upon hours. I'm on the verge of going insane. And we finally found this one guy.
I'm going to counter by saying that you were the first one to bring up the Kappa hair being an issue. And I agreed with you because it was already lingering in the back of my mind. But you vocalized it. We had an entire conversation and now you're trying to rewrite history.
I mentioned the Kappa because I'm a fan of freaking Japanese demons, and I know that the Kappa has an annoying head, not in human form. I never said the humans wore Kappa heads.
Nah, boy, because when I mentioned that, I barely even uttered Japanese porn, and you were like, dude, there's so many of the guys with the Kappa hair.
No.
And I was like, yep. And then we both agreed, we shook hands, and walked towards our own homes. And smoked a pot of Kappa hair. It was pubes.
That's right, folks. Pubes.
Old Guntik here, he's I'm gonna say starting to lose his hair. It's thinning on top. So he started shaving his head. He'll cut his hair, but he's paranoid that the shape of his head is fucking ass, right? Which, granted, it's not amazing, but I've seen straight up people with bald heads that look like brains, guy, and it's gross. I'm sorry, but hide that shit. You know what I'm saying? But old Guntik just looks like he has a family pack of wieners back there. So if you got a hungry family, he can feed them, guy. And in the process, he benefits by getting rid of that massive pack of weenies.
Speaking of bar asses, they make a lot of shit.
So that sucks. Well, here, if it helps any, though, you might have had a bolo phase, and I don't know if you remember that. Oh, God, you might be too young to remember this.
Oh, shit, okay.